You're listening to the One Man Show Network.
Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
All right, everyone, welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum. Lots of exciting things happening. Of course, we had a big event over the weekend. I just want to give a shout out to everyone that is here. Hey, Mike, the real Mike Copenhaver is here. Thank you very much for being here from Simi Valley. I can't talk tonight. Simi Valley, I believe that is in Cali. Thank you so much for watching, bud. I've been trying to collaborate with you for a while. Alas, it will not probably happen tonight. I think our times don't match up. You're like Pacific time, and I am Central time, and I've been getting up about 5 o'clock every morning or so for work-related reasons. I know Real Mike is up with that too. I see that my picture is a little fuzzy. Gosh darn it. I hope that is all fixed by tomorrow. But, of course, if you want to go in live at 6, so that's 6 p.m. his time, which should be 8 p.m. my time. So I will try to do that. He says to click my camera off and then back on. So let's see if that works. I think it is more of an upload thing. Yeah, there it is. My internet speed thing just came up. Gosh darn it. I'm waiting on the there it is. It's clear. I'm waiting on my Elon Musk Starlink internet. I'm going to yeah, thanks, Mike. It always starts off a little slow, man. I don't know what the deal is, but I got to get this figured out for tomorrow because I have a certain MMA podcast that I'm going to do tomorrow. And, I don't know if it is this or me or what. So I got to get this all figured out by tomorrow or else, stoked for me and Al. I'll do a little plug for that in just a little bit. But first, let's talk UFC 260. And Real Mike, I don't know if you're near where you can talk. We can talk, or you 264. We can talk a little bit about this if you want. But, I am available on HAPPS TV, of course. The best way to talk to me is here. But I'm also streaming on Twitter, Facebook, and the YouTube as well. And I will be doing the same tomorrow for the Call Me Out podcast, which I will be talking about in just a minute. But wherever you are, feel free to hit subscribe. Yes, perfect. And Iaquinta is he was liking one of my tweets just now, so I love it. And of course, I will talk about it. I don't have everything quite queued up today. I've been trying to get everything ready to go for tomorrow's big premiere of the Call Me Out podcast. But let's talk recap of UFC 264 here, if we can do that. So, Real Mike, feel free to chime in. I think you may be the only one here. I got a lot of actual live viewers, so just not sure where everyone at, if you know what I mean. But let's talk, just even down at the bottom of the card, man. Brad Tavares looking real good. Jennifer Maia, I don't see the future for Jessica I, but, Jennifer Maia did what she needed to do. Oh, my gosh. Elia Tuapira, Ryan Hall. I picked Ryan Hall, and I guess I didn't realize how awkward Ryan Hall was until I saw him fight somebody of that caliber. And even today I heard Kenny Florian kind of defending Ryan Hall and Tuapira fighting a weird fight. I don't see that, man. That was crazy. Ryan kept doing for those crazy those spinning rolly things. And Real Mike here says the bets went 3-1 Tavares, Aldana, and Tayavusa. I wish I would have put money on Tayavusa, really, but I would pay real money to never ever see a shoey again as long as I live. Whoa! And then someone put the hot sauce in it with the loogies and the beer. That is disgusting. Oh, 160 for the show, man. Oh, that's good for you, man. You're a betting machine. Going back up the card, Michel Pereira, Nico Price, a good fight. That flip knockout thing reminded me of Tekken. If anyone remembers Tekken, Paul Phoenix, I believe, used to do the flip knockout thingy. Max Payne Griffin getting it done against Carlos Condit. Sean O'Malley and Chris Lucchino. Gosh, Dan. I mean, Chris might have a new strikes absorb record just in one night. I think previous holders of that record are Roy Nelson. Chris is a punching bag. Chris is the Massachusetts Zombie. To be paralleled only by the Korean Zombie. So yeah, he is tough. I would have liked to have seen him finish that fight, but I mean, I could see why they stopped it. Whatever. I didn't get to see the Aldana Kunaskanyan fight. I had to go upstairs for whatnot, but yeah, Tai Tuivasa just sick knockout of Greg Hardy. Yeah, and Real Mike makes up a point. They are going to pair up the Chris with somebody else savage, and I hope it's at 125 pounds because he reminds me just coming on the scene and whatnot. He reminds me of a young Brandon Moreno. Before Brandon Moreno was Brandon Moreno, he was just this cool kid everyone liked to watch, and I think Chris is going to kind of be the same way. So I'd like to see him get a good matchup at 125 pounds. Obviously, when he's not concussed. I think he did get a performance bonus if I'm not mistaken. So good on him on that. But Sean O'Malley bragging about that fight, dude. That kid, I don't know. I would have liked to see Smoka fight him, but it is what it is. Yeah. So he did get the bonus. I'm sorry, Mike confirms. I need a moderator one of these days. That's next up on my list because I'm gonna have a lot going on. Anyway, Gilbert Burns doing what he need to do against Stephen Thompson. Wonderboy. I picked Wonderboy to win that fight, I think, and now I don't know that he'll ever make it back into top contendership again. So, good on Gilbert Burns. He looked great. I think he paced himself obviously a lot better than he did in that Usman fight. Burns looked whacked, and he picked Wonderboy too. Okay. Whack isn't good or whack isn't bad. I need to know, Mike. I keep trying to present this on screen. I keep going to his profile. I'm trying to learn the ins and outs of the HAPPS, people. I think me and Mike are probably each other's. He did kind of lay and pray, and that's a good point, but he did what he needed to do. And, Stephen Wonderboy couldn't do anything against him, and it's kind of like a Wonderboy fights. He does everything he needs to do, punches and kicks to keep you at, quote me, folks, distance, okay? Doing what he needs to do to keep guys off their game and from shooting in for takedowns and whatnot. And couldn't really get that done against Gilbert Burns. And now, as for the main event, yeah, good point. So he says Wonderboy's being more fun in a fight. Burns did bad. Well, I don't know. Poirier, Conor, I don't want to see for a long time. Let these guys move on a minute. Conor, I don't know what that deal was with him, the post-fight antics and whatnot, screaming at Jolie, Poirier, and everything else. But can we just all agree on something? I'm tired of seeing people's limbs detached from their bodies. Enough. I mean, that ankle was just laying there. Blah. Yeah, Conor is gross. I mean, he was gross. That was just a crazy, amazing thing to see how different he was in these last two fights. Just his demeanor, how he was post-fight, screaming, doctor stoppage, and just, the crazy staring. Yeah, so his brother had that gross stare. So those who don't know his brother, that would be the War Machine himself. And so good on you for bringing that up. Yeah. Anyway, took me off my game there, Mike. Mike, I don't know why you just don't join. I don't know if you're somewhere you can or not, but he says he knew like it was gross. So I'm gonna pick only about 3 fights for this upcoming card, UFC Vegas 31. And I got a little bit to talk about before I pick the main event. And I got to make sure everything's queued up for what I need. And I think it is. Yep. So I'm trying to use a virtual camera and HAPPS at the same time. So it's not always, doesn't always work out the best, if you will. But I think, I'm missing some video here. Oh, no, here it is. Perfect. Yes. But I don't know where it is. Interesting. Okay, well, that may not work, but I'm going to try to get it to work one more time. All right, but I know where it is, so I can just drag it back in. Huh, interesting. I know you guys like to hear me ramble through technical difficulties here, but got to get it all straight. Everything will be straight tomorrow, though. I promise. Oh, all right. So Mike's getting up for his show, 8 p.m. Pacific tonight. Maybe you can catch me on there if I can stay awake, dude. These days are killing me, dude. I haven't had a day off since the 4th, so I may have to take a little nappy nap and be on my game tomorrow. But 8 p.m. Eastern, that is, 6 Pacific. I'm sorry, 8 p.m. Central, 6 Pacific. Sorry, 9 p.m. Eastern. My bad. It is 8 p.m. my time. See, I told you I'm losing it. So he'll be right here on HAPPS as well. You can follow him at Copes Corner, KOPES KORNER. So yes, it is 8 p.m. my time. So 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern. I got you. And he bets money. Like I don't bet money. I'm too scared. I'm too scared to tell you to bet money. But if you want to give me a tip or buy me a coffee, you can do that if you win some money. On the money, I tell you not to bet. $100 a unit, my man. All right. So let's just take a look here at we got Ike is, I think, joining the fun. What's up, my man? So thank you for listening. I think he's over on the Twitter side, but he did come on Spaces last time and then soundbited me and tried to get my ass beat by Nate Diaz. So appreciate that, Ike. All right. So let's pick the first fight that I'm going to pick out of 3. Jeremy Stephens, Mateusz Gamrot. Okay. Never heard of this guy. You may remember that Jeremy Stephens was supposed to fight who was it? It was Drakkar Klose, but pushed him a little too hard in the pre-fight. Gosh, that was all the way back in April, and I guess he still hasn't recovered. It's been one hell of a push, but the guy was cutting weight. He didn't see it coming. He was loose. He was limp. He wasn't ready to defend himself, and boom, things got a little sideways there, if you will. So let's take a look at this guy he's fighting, Mateusz Gamrot. Mike likes Gamrot. I don't know how to say his name. I heard it pronounced earlier, and I've already lost it. I don't know who I like. So I'm just going to take a look-see here. He did just beat Scotty Hot Sauce Holtzman. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's a good win because Scotty has one of the best nicknames in MMA, but I don't think that's right. But he, his only other UFC fight, it was Guram Gutalize, and he lost that one. He has a fight against Norman Park way back when, and that was July 2020. That's interesting here. But Jeremy Stephens all of a sudden has lost 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, all at featherweight, but he's coming back to lightweight. But he's lost to the best of the best, Calvin Kattar, Yair Rodriguez, Zabit, Jose Aldo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I like him at lightweight. I think he's getting a little older. He's kind of a big dude anyways. He thinks Gamrot's big. Yeah, that might be it. I mean, he hasn't been up to 155 in a while. And Gamrot is a minus 250 favorite here. So if you like Jeremy Stephens, the plus 195 underdog, you think that's worth your money, it may be worth sprinkling in a little cheddar on that. I don't know if Mike thinks that or not. Sure, he'll hedge a bet here and there somewhere. You don't want to bet too big on the guy that's favored to win because you're not going to get a lot back. So it's kind of a tricky game. This is why these are just picks. But yeah, he says it is hard to ignore that plus money, but he says no bet, and I don't blame him. And, this isn't like some of these other promotions where the odds are crazy. They do a good job with matchmaking here in the UFC, except maybe this next one coming up. Marion Reneau, and the returning Miesha Tate. So Miesha Tate hasn't fought, I guess, in 5 years. Is that right? Yeah. So 4.5, really. So interesting here. Let's take a look at Marion Reneau. This is her retirement fight. This is insane. Okay. She has now not won a fight. This is Marion Reneau, and she's active, okay, since 2018, okay? And she has fought many, many times since then. So she has lost 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, spanning almost 3 years, okay? Only to return in a retirement fight to fight the champion of the world, okay? So Marion Reneau, on her retirement fight, who has now lost fights to Macy Chiasson, Raquel Pennington, Yana Kunitskaya, and Kat Zingano, is now fighting to return a very, very motivated, as she says, Miesha Tate says she wasn't motivated before, she's motivated now. Okay? Don't know if that's true. Her last 2 losses were Raquel Pennington and Amanda Nunes, 2016. For that, on a tear. Holly Holm, Jessica I, Sarah McMahon. Man. And, of course, beating Holly Holm for the belt before Amanda Nunes beat her for the belt. It has not lost it since. So Amanda's held that belt since 2016. Amazing. So, like I said, they like to make the odds. Okay, this is a little tighter than I thought because I thought the odds were a little worse earlier. Miesha's a minus 130 slight favorite. So now it's plus 105 near even. So I thought the odds were a little further. I wouldn't bet this fight either. Yeah, it doesn't seem right that it's this close, but I don't see where Miesha loses this fight. I know she hasn't fought in a long time. I'm going Miesha Tate too. Don't do it. Don't bet. I don't blame you. I don't think the plus money is going to get you anywhere on Marion Reneau, but don't watch my show if you bet these. There he is. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you as an audience member if you bet on the Tate Reneau fight. All right. The main event, before I get to the main event, something incredible is coming. Okay? Something incredible. Something I'm super excited about. It's a little preamble here. Many, many years ago, almost 4, I think a little more than 4, I created a parody account. I was known for some other parody accounts. Dana Unleashed, a parody account, Dana White, not so popular anymore because Dana's scared of Twitter, and Not Coker, where I parody everything Bellator and Scott Coker. I play out. It's like the Bob Newhart of Twitter accounts, like the straight-laced, whatever, and, booking Conor or Dustin 40, that kind of crazy stuff. But let me show you. This is a little preview of what I got going on starting tomorrow night at the Dry Run here on HAPPS. Okay? Wherever you are, promote the shit out of this. Share it. Al Iaquinta will be taking your fan questions. If everything works out on HAPPS, live, ready to go. He wants to talk to you. But we're not answering comments. We're answering people. He wanted a call-in show. He's going to get one. That's right.
So if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. Well, I can call you Betty, and Betty you can call me. You can call me Al. Call me Al.
That's right, baby. The Call Me Al podcast coming live to you. We got a YouTube. We'll be having an Instagram soon, but we're going to be right here on HAPPS. It'll be fun, man. If he keeps coming weekly, I agree. He's committed. He's psyched. We got the art, and he wants to do this, man. And if you want exclusive Al Iaquinta news, you're only going to find it on this podcast, okay? Lots of people already interested, and I think he's going to be talking about it on Anik and Florian. I think he's going to be talking about it with James Lynch. There's a few others I'm forgetting, and it's super, super exciting. I know for a fact Joey Diaz is going to be listening. That's right. Ariel Helwani is aware of this podcast as well. Good friend of Al Iaquinta. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And, and Real Mike is blowing me up. I can't present every single one as he goes, but New York is so interesting. Yes. His experiences. Yes. And his opinions on fight matchups. Yes, and let's not forget even real estate if you want, because he is killing it in the market right now. What a day, what a time to be a real estate agent, and finances for sure. All right, I'm gonna pick here the last fight of the night. This is a Strong Island MMA. Ike Feldman in the house. Ike, you want to say hi and help me pick this fight, or ask me, whatever. Ask me about the Iaquinta podcast or whatever. I'm forgetting all the stuff we got done. Thank you to the Paper Boys for the cover band song of "Call Me Al." Great art. I'll be sharing with who did the art as well. You know what? Let me give him a shout out right now, because it's Dave Fretz. Thank you very much. You can follow him on Twitter at DAVEFRETZ. So amazing there. Ike, my man, it's good to hear from you. Once I get the voiceover, I will blast that everywhere also. So perfect. All right, the main event this week. Boy, it's hard to keep the card we had for the weekend. Is Makhachev. I think I said it right for once, against Thiago Moisés. Feels like a bit of a mismatch here, but we'll see. We'll see. Makhachev, of course, on a tear, just beating Drew Dober. And I thought Dober had a chance here, but I didn't think he was going to win. Before that, went over Davi Ramos. It doesn't really matter who he beat. John Johnson, whatever. Here's the problem with this. No one wants to fight this guy. Nobody wants to fight this guy. Thank you, Mike, for the kind words. Again, big supporter of the show, and of course Ike Feldman as well. So thank you guys, doing great. What a time to be alive. Huge fights and big news for Aaron and nice, good things. You guys got me off my game a little bit. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's the protege of Khabib Nurmagomedov. I mean, what kind of chance does Moisés have? He just beat Alexander Hernandez in February, Bobby Green, Michael Johnson. So, yeah, no real great wins here. I guess Michael Johnson maybe, but not that Makhachev has any great wins except for Dober. But I mean, listen, these are all pretty much slam dunk picks for me this week. Like I said, I'm only picking 3, but oh my gosh. Okay, I was thinking the Miesha Tate was going to be like this, fight was going to be like this, but the odds are a -650 huge favorite in is Makhachev. Thiago Moisés, a +440 underdog. Mike Copenhagen says bet all the money on Thiago Moisés. You heard it here first. There he is. He's saying it again. Super bet all your money on Thiago Moisés. It's subscribe to his show at Cope's Corner. No, don't bet on this fight. You guys crazy. Listen, I know I tell you not to bet on my picks all the time, but Islam is for sure. Cannot advise to bet 650 to win 100. No, and you ain't gonna go the other way and win any money. I mean, you want to bet $100 on Thiago Moisés? Just send me the $100, okay? And I'll burn it right in front of you on HAPPS live. That is smarter than to bet on Moisés. Of course, if he wins, I'm gonna eat my words. So send there in the money and I for steak. Dude, I love steak. Steak is my love language, people. All right, so one more time. I think we need to see one last time this "Call Me Out" promo. I don't see why America doesn't need this promo more than anything in the world, because the "Call Me Out" podcast is the podcast the world needed, and it didn't even know it yet. That's right. So one more time, we're going to be live tomorrow night. See, it would be 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. Yes. I love this graphic. Dave Fretz, you are the man. Listen to this. This cover band is amazing.
can call you Betty, and Betty you can
So
call me.
once
You
we
can
get
call
the voice,
me Al. Call me
the
Al.
intros, this thing will be even more fire. But this isn't calling me out. This is MMA Fight Picks. And I'm going to see y'all next week. If you like the graphic mic, I can hook you up with them. Oh, my internet's dying, of course, in the last seconds. There it is. It's back. It's back. All right. So MMA Fight Picks. We'll see y'all next week. We'll see you. Good seeing you, Mike, as well. Ike, thanks for hopping on. You're solid too, brother. Thank you. I think we're the two most prominent MMA guys here. I'm sorry if I'm slighting anyone on HAPPS. HAPPS needs to have a sports category. Can we agree on that? HAPPS needs sports. Tag everyone you know. HAPPS needs sports. I don't know what else we need to do here because, I'm bringing on a professional athlete to podcast with me over to HAPPS. I'm trying to sell him to HAPPS, but we don't have a sports category. This man fought for the UFC light heavyweight title. We still can't get a sports category. This man is the world's most dangerous real estate agent and Long Island's sweetheart, and we still can't get a sports category. I think I'll have better luck getting a real estate category, but we need a sports category. Real Mike, thank you. Ike, thank you. I'm a little fired up this week because HAPPS needs a sports category. Until next week, this is the MMA Fight Picks podcast. Shalom.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.